Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. This might be one of the best ones I've ever done and kind of easy. I'm going to put a little background on it so you can see the shadowing in the white. Really easy to draw. Just one major step I would do. I'm going to draw an ellipse and hit P, put it in the center of the page. I'm going to take a 2-point line and draw it holding down the control button and hit P. And then I'm going to control D and I'm going to rotate it 22.5 degrees and then again and again. Because I want 3 of these boxes or triangles. So I'm going to take my 2-point line or my 3-point curve line and I'm going to go right there, go there and give a little bit of a curve. Now I'm going to look at it. You could adjust it. Doesn't have to be perfect but what you could also do now is take that same curvature, hit the plus key and expand that line out and put it somewhere like up in there. I'd go ahead and cut off these tail lines. I don't really need that circle, and in a second it's going to be out of the way. So we're just going to go ahead and take that circle out of the way. Now I'm going to select this one, shift select that one, and I'm going to go to Effects and Contour, and I'm going to contour, no, take it back. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to Effects and Blend. I'm going to blend it 15 times, and I get that look. And now what I want to do is go ahead and take Object, break the blend apart, but then I want to group them together, Control G, Control D to duplicate, Alternate C to have it rotate from the center, and I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. And what that did, that gave me a starting and stopping point for my next lines. So they'll be equal. So we're going to take the 3-point curve line, and we're going to go from there to there, and then put a downward curve or a U. I don't really have to copy that line because it's so short, but I'm going to do the exact same thing with the 3-point curve line. And almost it might be better if you didn't make it so uniform, but I'm going to go from there to there and just put a little curve. Now I've got that one selected, and I'm going to shift select that one, and I'm going to blend it 15 times, and look at the magic. It put the 15 times are perfect. Now, I don't need this one anymore, and I really don't need the lines anymore because I'm working, well, I do need the lines for a second. So let's take, well, we can just move the lines out of the way in a minute. Let's take black, Smart Fill, set on black, and I'm going to make sure that one's black, and then I'm going to go every other one. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to go the opposite of black. Now we're going to put a background on this so we can see the white when we fill it in. So let's just take the rectangle tool, make it green, doesn't really matter. Go up to Object, Order, Back of Page. And now I'm going to fill in white with the Smart Fill tool. I'm just going to get the Smart Fill tool and I'm going to get white. And I'm going to fill in that, and you kind of see how I'm going, but we're going to do a little special trick to this. So I'm filling in all the white. Now I want the white to kind of look like it's going inside or deep or dark. So I'm going to get the interactive fill tool and I'm going to go from corner to corner. I'm going to put black. You'd almost think you'd want a gray, but black just really makes it stand out. Then I'm going to put a white in the middle. It's still too dark on the edges, so I'm going to put a white right there. Then I'm going to put a white right there. Now I kind of want to keep that same pattern, so I'm going to go to the attribute eyedropper. I'm going to take a sample, and I'm going to fill every white one in. I might have to do that one by itself because it's so short. And you could actually do the last two. So we'll get the interactive fill tool and maybe we'll bring our handle in a little bit. Maybe it's too dark right there, just kind of expand that out. And the same thing here, it's a little bit, it's because the other ones were so long. Now, on the other ones, we have to do it, we can't use, or I guess you could, but I'm not going to use the attribute eyedropper. I'm going to just make a new one. So I'm going to put black in both ends. You know, it's going to turn it all black, and then I'm going to put white in the middle to kind of see where I'm at, and then I'm going to put white near the edges. One more white. And you could play around with that forever. That might be too much. So let's get the interactive fill tool back, and let's just take that and maybe even move your hand a little bit. And you could honestly spend a lot of time getting it tweaked perfectly. But now I'm going to get the attribute eyedropper and do this. So it's copying that. And same thing here, it's not doing a good job on the smaller ones. So we're going to get it's almost easier to take the pick tool and select it, and then get the interactive fill tool and see we can move this handle and bring this in. And it doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be perfect. Whenever you get that, just get away from it. I'm trying to move the handle where it's, there we go, but we need a little bit more darkness. That's pretty good. Now, on this shorter one, let's try the attribute eyedropper on this one. I don't know if we can. See, that's too much. So it's doing just the opposite, but if we click on this and just give it a little bit of darkness, moving our handle, and the end result, you won't really be able to tell. So I don't know really which way. I'm going to do a little bit more on that one. A little bit more on that one. Now that we have this, I'm going to take away my lines. And if you remember, we started in the center of the page with this tip. So now I can, I'm going to take away the outline, or maybe make it black, but let's take it away. And I'm going to group this together, Control G, Control D, alternate C, and rotate it 45 degrees. And then Control D, Control D. I mean, how easy is that? And how cool does it make it look? And you don't have to use black and white, but the background is going to make the white show off better. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two. And if really kind of take a screenshot. The reason I did this one is so the lines would match up with the other side. I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.